Good morning, folks. Starting with the RSOE, toxic blue-green algae in Alberta, red tide in the Philippines, opposite side of the planet. Severe weather in southern Asia is causing landslides, flash flooding, and destroying homes and crops from India to China. What do you think? Baja, Mexico having a little quake swarm? Yeah, can barely even zoom in enough to pick them all out. Largest is a 4.0, but remember the focus has shifted to the American subduction zone, which also houses the Nevado del Ruiz volcano. This one's a Leviathan, on red alert, and clearing her throat now. Apologies. I could not have been more wrong about there not being an Atlantic Coast tsunami system. This was sent by 4 of you. Something interesting, not many buoys set up to watch the Canary Islands, but they sure are watching the Caribbean. If you remember, there is a group of us who strongly believe a 7.0 and landslide on the North Puerto Rican coast is the true East Coast tsunami threat. This was also sent to me. It goes a bit more in depth on the topic. Mr. Dave J420, always on point. Thank you. Worst news of the day is a bit of a double whammy. Not only is the temperature rising in the coolantless spent fuel pool at Fukushima, but they are turning more reactors back online in that country. In the past 2 years, whether it's tornadoes, winter in Europe, flooding, or heat, as you see here, the records are falling. It's not global warming, but it does appear to be a climate shift to the extremes. From weather to space weather, not clicking these individually, don't need to. The Fluxgate shows major disturbance over an entire day. To the right, each red spike is plasma penetration of our shields, and yes, the 1400 anomaly is present if you click the induction. The solar wind might look benign, but the legend for the yellow, the speed, very high. We are entering day 2 of geomagnetic instability, but it may be about to get worse. You notice the density is still above 1 proton per cubic centimeter. This is a combination event. The massive corona hole has begun her assault, and we have days of this to come. But watch the bright active regions to the left. They've been throwing out flares and CMEs. They're going to continue to do so, and some are Earth-directed. See how many of them you can pick out. That's the news, folks. Be safe.